Hi everyone, good morning. This is Sir Pat again for a video lecture. So this is the very first video lecture that I will be conducting in lieu of we have very bad internet connection earlier. So in 21st century literature, last time I asked you guys to do an activity to present a game that you chose. All right. So I hope that you guys had fun in doing the activity and had some teamwork and collaborative work in this activity. Now, this video will be uploaded in your LMS in Schoology together with a discussion because I will be posting some questions that I will be asking in this processing video or video lecture, and you have to answer it below in the discussion tab. So I will be posting as well the questions so that you will be guided in your task. Okay. Now let's proceed. So in this discussion, again, learning objectives is playing video game. We discussed already in the group activity. We did. All right. So let's continue in the processing. Okay. So when we are talking about science fiction, if you're going to take a look at in your book, okay, when we say science fiction, it is fictional and it is not always true. However, the counterpart story of that one is it is always related to a particular event in our society. So it always connects. Earlier in the presentation, I really love the presentation. I like the slides. I like the how the presenters presented it. There was a video for COD. There was a PowerPoint presentation for Minecraft, Among Us. The other game was Mobile Legends. Okay, so if you're going to check all of the objectives of those games, they might be different from one another. However, most or all of the objectives of them is actually happening in our real world. Just like, for example, if you're going to check Group 1's game, which is COD or Call of Duty, it is still the problem that exists in that problem still present in our real world. Do you agree? Yes, I hope so, right? So we have our military, we have they have their missions. That's the same thing as COD, right? So usually study says that when we play COD, like we usually more fond of um firing, etc., etc. Okay, so everything is related. Okay, so have you guys tried playing your chosen games? If you guys tried it, okay, tried Tekken, just like what Mark's group presented earlier, okay, hopefully it will really bring you to somewhere else, right? It will bring you to a counterpart world that feels like very far. Okay, that's the main goal of these virtual reality games. Okay, so it really gives you a picture of a world where you can manipulate, just like, for example, you are uh, Kuya in Pinoy Big Brother's house. I know. Okay, so second question would be: do you think these games are helpful? Because I believe that in one of the presenters, Jonah V mentioned earlier that there is an advantage and a disadvantages of course of these games. Okay, we can say that these games would help you cope with your problems, distress, or really go to a world where you think you feel comfortable. But the disadvantage of this is all of these virtual reality games can give you addiction. It would really ruin your habit. It would really ruin your mindset on how you take a look at reality and fictions. Okay, so you have to manage all of these things. Okay, so it also affects your mental health. I want to know, guys, okay? I want to pause in this part of the video lecture. how does these games affect the mental health of this generation? I want to answer, and I'll be posting this in the discussion. I want to know your perception about this thing. I'm not going to touch much on that one. I'll leave it to you, and I'll be reading your answers in the class discussion. Okay? When we say virtual, just like when the pandemic struck us, we transferred into virtual learning. Because when we say virtual, every connection that you build, every friends that you make is all about internet. You meet them, you don't meet them physically, rather you meet them in a computer. Just like me, okay? Don't know you don't even know if I'm true or if I'm just an AI. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So you have to really understand that when we say virtual, it is a point to point, computer to computer, internet on internet relationship. Comparing, just like what other group mentioned earlier, comparing the traditional and virtual reality. In traditional, when we play patintero, when we play taga-tagaan, really meet these people physically. But in virtual, no, we don't. Okay? So it's all about imagination. This activity would really bring you to somewhere else. Okay? And that's the main goal of these games and of these discussions. Wanted you to realize that these games is really letting you realize what's in reality. It's giving you a scope of what are the things that are happening in this world. Okay. If you guys will remember, people have been arguing what will happen if there will be a zombie apocalypse in our society. How are we going to fight, or how are we going to survive? All of those survival tips has been already talked about in Resident Evil game, Call of Duty, zombie mode, and even in other zombie mode games. So the idea of survival there and the idea of survival here only differs because in this virtual reality, there is a response. But in our world, there is no response. I want to congratulate everyone with their presentations. I like the presentations and I hope that we can still embark more a little bit next meeting moving forward. So in this activity, you guys learned about different games. You guys also learned about the problems that these games are facing and the challenges that they are facing. So I want to remind everyone to please again read Flicker Fade Gone. We will be having a plenary discussion about Flicker Fade Gone next meeting. That's going to be on Wednesday. Thank you very much for listening in this video recording. Okay, and I hope to see you guys next meeting. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, and I hope that this video will help you. Please answer the one question in the class discussion for your attendance. Thank you guys. Bye.